Hey, this Tom.
And Sally.
We up here at the chickens. And we've just finished getting all of our hay in off the field. How many did we wind up with?
188 bales.
So that's not too bad for what we've been through, what this ground looks like up here. And we probably picked up a good 1,000 pounds of rocks while we were out there.
At least.
All right, a couple of things I wanted to go over. On the, kind of skipped over it yesterday, but on the V-rate, it works great. If you've got one, you just need to remember that whatever is under your tractor is where that windrow is going to develop at. And so that's the unique thing about those V-rakes, is it's going to come out exactly under the center of your tractors where the windrow is going to be. And works out good. Heck, we didn't lose hardly any hay out in the field between that, and I guess I have had a couple of comments that the gathering wheels are a little controversial, in that Ibex is somehow saying that you're not supposed to have them on there, that it's tearing something up or whatever. But we don't have any warranty on that. It's mine. I don't care. I've made a bracket. Bracket works. I'm going to tell you right now, we probably picked up, I'm going to say it this way, we probably were losing 25% of our hay just to not having the gathering wheels. Those gathering wheels are worth the money. If whatever you think about them, about doing things kind of off-label, I'm not opposed to doing things off-label. It's my equipment. I'm going to make it work for me. If it don't work for me, I'm going to change it. Wanted to say that. Wanted to talk about the V-rate because it's unique. If you have a right hand or a left hand rate, the further out you swing it, it actually moves the windrow just a little bit. But as you're baling with that little 2x2 baler, you're running straight over the windrow anyway, and so it's just a natural part of the baling hay cutting process for that windrow to develop directly under your tractor. The other thing I figured out, or experienced even, was that if you're having trouble with your little 2x2 baler feeding the hay into the baler, it could be that you're feeding it from the top of the grass, not the stem of the grass. That baler, I figured out I was having trouble with it feeding. It was just being really super slow. It wouldn't pull the hay into the chamber. And I noticed that I was pulling at the top of the grass whenever I went to the end of the windrow and came back up, and I was at the stem side of the grass. It pulled it right in, no problem. So if you're having trouble, it looks like it's, because what it'll do, it was pushing the hay instead of feeding it in, and then all of a sudden it would take a big wad of it and suck it in. And I had it jam up on me once and actually slipped the clutch on it, so I had to stop and dig it out. And that's what the problem was. Going the other way from the stem side, it would grab it and pull it in and feed it in at a normal pace, let's say. Other thing. See how we got our hay stacked back here? If you, yep, bug. If these bales, if you think about it, when they're wrapped, if you lay them on their side, if you stack them on their side into some kind of a pyramid type shape or something like that, let's say like this, what you're doing is you're holding all that heat inside that bale. It has no way to vent out other than the wrapped end of it, okay? So we stack ours up like this so that all that heat can naturally just vent out the top, all right? It's not a big deal. It's just a deal that when you have a hay fire from round bales or from square bales, it's because they couldn't vent the heat. All of these bales, I don't care what size, what configuration, whether they're square, round, 2x2, 3x3, 4x4, whatever, they're going to generate heat. It's just the way it is. They have to go through their heat cycle. So if you stack them standing up instead of laying, because if laid down, that heat is trying to come up, and it's wrapped in a blanket. All it can do is eventually find its way out, but there's another bale sitting right here, and so now then it's not going to travel. It's not going to travel horizontally like that. Heat's going to travel vertical, and we also put them all up on pallets. So there's we intentionally leave voids. If you see that, it looks like a mess because they're not stacked tight. We intentionally leave voids. We put fans on. We've had fans running on these all day today. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we turned the fans on when we got here at 9 o'clock this morning. And as soon as we get done with this video, we'll turn the fans back on, let them run a little bit longer. So that's the kind of the technical thing that I wanted to get out on this video, just to finish things up, to let you know why it looks like we're sloppy hay keepers. That's all intentional. We intentionally let the heat out of these. We don't stack it plumb up to the ceiling. We don't jam it in as tight as we can go. Anyway,
it's hot.
That's Sally's tagline right there. It is hot. It is hot today. It was over 90 degrees when we started, and it's got to be 94, 95 degrees out there right now.
And 80% humidity,
yeah,
at least. Yeah,
at least 80% humidity. That's about summertime. That's about the standard run around here, between 75 and 90%. We wound up with 6 bales that I've left out on the concrete that I'm not going to bring in here for 2 days. I'm going to let them run through their little heat cycle. I'm going to say that they were probably about 25% moisture content. I need them to dry down a little bit more. I've got a moisture meter, but I didn't bring it with me today. I knew that those bales were a little bit green when I baled them, so we're going to leave them outside probably till Monday. Today is Saturday. That Arkansas sun, they be dry by Monday, I guarantee you. Any final thoughts?
It's hot.
It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. We picked up rocks. We've got a bunch more rocks to go. But anyway, someone hit my mailbox and knocked it over. We got to take the tractor home and see if we can fix it. Anyway, we'll see y'all later.